All right, Dude Stew, episode 12. How's that sound, everybody?
Yeah, sounds good.
Is it?
I don't know. It could just be the song.
Is it me?
Yeah, you're a little loud.
You got the weird one, Fox. Which one are you, Fox?
Are a little hot.
Vocals are hot?
No, just you.
Oh, you're number 2. Anyway, we'll figure it out. It's the 3 of us. We got Drew calling in. He's got pink eye, apparently, or something.
Really?
Stink eye. Out of breath.
So
No, they had pink eye.
food poisoning.
Right?
Yeah.
That's right. You had food poisoning. When's the last time you guys had that? Have you ever had it?
Pink eye?
Or pink eye.
I get it all the time.
I
feel like
I had food poisoning when in high school. I hit my head at the same time.
Oh.
So I was like throwing up, and then I thought I had a concussion
Yeah.
because I hit my head, but it was turned out bad Taco Bell or something.
I've only had it once.
Yeah.
And it was just like my stomach was on fire. And then after like hours and hours and hours, I threw up and I felt like a million times better. But
Yeah.
I've had it twice. One at Camp Wolfboro, and it's like half the staff got sick that night. So it was like because we use old military tents, so it seemed like it was a scene out World War II. Like
everyone's got trench mouth.
The medic was running around trying to take care of us all.
Dude, so like I put this super lighthearted movie on today, speaking of war, the Ken Burns Vietnam documentary.
Oh, I watched that.
Yeah. I had some time before work today, and I was like, I started it. It was super interesting. And then I was listening to a podcast, and they were talking about Vietnam in general. And then like, dude, it's fucking gnarly.
I didn't know
crazy.
any stuff in that documentary.
It's
I was like, this is really good. Like,
Yeah.
I think I tried to watch it in a day and had to stop because it was too comprehensive.
Yeah, it's a ton. All I know is it's like the first war where everyone's like, yeah, we fucked up. Like, that was a bad call.
Yeah.
And nobody won. They were just kind of like,
Yeah.
Granted, I've watched the first episode, so I don't really know
Stay
if that's
tuned.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't the Vietnam North, didn't they technically win then?
Ho Chi Minh,
Yeah, because they
which was actually a guy.
I don't know anything about it, but
We shouldn't be talking about that.
the guys that prevented America from winning. Isn't that a win?
I think the Americans.
defense?
I think we prevent. I think everyone just
Prevented ourselves.
I think everyone just canceled each other out on this thing. That's all.
The
crazy
beginning
it
of
was.
cancel culture.
Yeah, the
Vietnam.
original cancel culture.
Yeah.
How's not drinking for Lent going?
I can't wait to have a drink.
How Lent's 40 days?
Yeah, well, it doesn't include Sundays,
Weekends.
So,
really?
Yeah.
How's what?
What, you're drinking on Sundays?
Well, I don't know what technically is, but no, the 40 days
Call God.
is because it's Easter is when I can start drinking again, and that's more than 40 days away.
Oh.
So I don't know the whole.
When is Easter?
April 8th, 9th.
It kind of changes every year.
Yeah,
it's a weird one.
It's like the first
Sometimes
Sunday after the first full moon in April or something like that.
Huh.
No, that's Ramadan.
That's Ramadan's right now.
Just
Yes, Ramadan just started yesterday.
So after the first new moon. Speaking of, the moon looked awesome tonight.
Did it? I haven't seen it. Does Drew know to call in or
I called him a minute ago. Could try
you did?
and call.
We can text him.
He didn't answer though.
anyway? Pretty stoked. We're gonna listen to the first calls we got on the hotline. So we'll be doing that this episode. Oh, here we go.
Is that picking up on the mics?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It sounds like it's really good.
Bluetooth, baby.
Yeah. Okay.
Bluetooth.
Oh, you're calling him or?
I'm calling him.
Oh, okay.
FaceTime.
He did text putting Sam down. Ooh, that's bad.
Uh-oh.
Is that their dog?
My brother Sam is dead.
Well, he'll call back.
Speaking about wars lost.
What?
That wasn't that Revolutionary
Revolutionary
Whose
War.
side are you on, man?
What? Revolutionary War? Now we're talking.
My brother Sam is dead. It's a book Josh and I read.
Middle school classic.
Yeah, I didn't read that one.
It's right after Johnny Tremaine.
Oh well,
Yeah.
then I'll have to watch it.
That's
But
kind
Part
of
of the trilogy.
same kind of subject matter.
same
right?
era.
Yeah.
Same era.
Yeah.
Did you guys have a good week?
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward.
My kids have been on spring break, so I've been like
Partying.
Yeah, exactly. They've been going nuts. Went to Buffalo Wild Wings when they got out of spring break, got out of school.
Oh yeah, because your wife was at the conference, then you had them.
Yeah, she was gone for like 2 days, 2 days, 2 nights.
Yeah,
and so it was just like I wanted to keep the house clean, and so I was like, we just can't be in it. So we like, what can we do?
That is the best way to.
Right. So like I like worked the second she left, like cleaned the whole place, and then like took the oldest to school, and then picked him up. It was spring break, and like he wanted to go to Buffalo Wild Wings one time, and
never been.
I mean, he likes the atmosphere. It's a good atmosphere.
Sports bar.
It's like a sports bar, but he's like, I mean, it's like TVs, like posters on this wall, you know, like everywhere. And so he's like, look, there's a TV. There's another TV. And he's like talking about all the TVs.
I think there's TVs in the restroom.
I don't know. But so like he's like fallen in love with the place. We don't eat meat, so we're like, let's have tater tots and I'll drink beer. Yeah, it's like the weirdest thing, like being with 3 kids at a sports bar in the middle of the day.
Fucked up. Ooh, we gotta take an Uber.
Uber have a car seat.
Yeah, we're doing that this weekend. Katie's doing a girls' weekend with Drew's wife. It was like a year in the making or some shit. I don't know what it was. Anyway, but I was just like, fuck, dude, night. What are we gonna do? And I guess it's not supposed to rain, so that makes it a little bit easier. But I think we have dinner plans Saturday night, and that's what it was. We got invited to Fairy Tale Town with my wife's sister and her son, and then over to dinner at her house later that night with like a bunch of different family. But then. Yeah, I don't know. It's Sunday. I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do.
Dude, use your library card and you can get a free pass to Fairy Tale Town.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, I did that.
Done,
I took my
son.
kids. That place is awesome.
It's like, pretty cool. I really like that
the Crooked Lane. It's my.
Yeah.
I like that it hasn't been touched. It's like 1965, so it has the big metal slide.
That slide is like you go flying down that thing.
I feel like you could build your own if you just had enough time.
If you had land,
it doesn't seem like super complicated, but it's really creative.
And kept up.
Yeah,
it's a landmark. It's been around so long. It's a landmark. I think they have to. But yeah, we had a pretty interesting weekend. Last weekend, we met up with a bunch of old friends. One of which was my ex-girlfriend and her husband.
Oh, spicy.
Guys, sparks immediately flew.
For her husband,
rekindled it. Dude, he rules. He's so cool. But yeah, it was cool. We went to Makuni for dinner. She bought everyone dinner.
Fuck yeah.
Which is pretty tight.
Yeah.
And then we went to the Cabin. It's a bar here in Sacramento. That was really neat. And then we went to let's say a gender fluid bar, which was fine, but I think people were having sex in the bathroom. And
is it like by the depot?
No, it's on K Street. Well, yeah, kind of. I guess it would be there. It's called the Flamingo House. And it was
by
fine.
the Flamingo House.
It is the Flamingo House.
They changed it from the Flamingo House
to what?
To the gender fluid?
No, it was. I think it was like a gender fluid. I don't know. It was just like everyone there.
That was the name of the place.
Oh no! Everybody was like, "That's where you get your."
I was like, that sounds awesome.
That sounds gross. Gender fluid.
It's where you.
That's why you sex in the bathroom. Covered in gender fluid.
I feel like they'd be like an auto parts store too. There, gotta get the gender fluid changed. No, it was just a bar where like everybody was like 23 and like being themselves. And I ordered a shot of whiskey and 2 Coors Lights, and I got a shot of whiskey and 2 Trulies. And I was like, fair enough. All right. And I thought Truly was pretty good, but it was cool, man. Hanging out. Like
it's truly good.
It was truly good, but it was cool though. Like being able to like still able to like be friends with somebody like that. You're like, yeah, we had this like weird, like this past, and like now you're past it. So
when you bought the Coors Light, did you go and twins?
No, see, I don't remember. I remember the party. I don't remember the whole twins thing, but
that might have just been like you and me and my wife. But like, I distinctly remember them being twins, and like I mean, it must be like one of those things you just decide they are. like we willed it upon them, but like it was like 3 days later. You're like, they're not twins, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess like a little
'Cause I think I asked you, Steve, and it was like, you're like, there wasn't any twins there.
yeah, I mean, I'm sure we were all seeing double, but so like a little like dudes do context. Like what, 15 years ago,
Probably longer.
17 years ago, we were all at this.
It's like 25.
Yeah.
Because I brought my dog and I just got my dog.
Oh wow, really?
So like
Yeah,
my
so
wife
we're
got me
all
the
around
dog for my
25.
birthday. So I was like, I'm gonna bring the dog.
Your dog,
everywhere.
your wife got you a giant Dalmatian for your birthday?
Yeah.
I'd be furious.
No, like we agreed on it. It was
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like, I
Man.
want this dog. She's like, I'll get it for you.
Yeah. Yeah, so we were all just house party and
Something borrowed.
in the Oakland Hills, and it was awesome. And we had been drinking all day because
Yeah.
we went down to Santa Cruz to pick up Steph, and then I
Yeah.
think
She drove back.
She drove back, and
Which I don't remember that part.
we just drank the whole way back, I think, and then get to this party, and they were playing trivia, and I just remember you were being so loud.
Yeah, someone gave me the microphone.
Everyone, like the girls that lived there, just kind of kept glaring at me, and I was like, oh, like,
You gave him the microphone.
yeah, it was your idea to play trivia. But yeah, I don't remember the whole twins thing, but
Yeah. This is when Billy Ripken shot was
the Billy Ripkins were there.
invented.
Yeah, that's the one where you take a shot, you light the paper on fire,
Put it on
you
your
put it on
forehead.
your forehead, light on. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't-
Yeah, it's that night only.
There was
so.
paper, fire, sticking it to you, and then the ashes were in the shot glass afterwards.
Yeah. So,
It's crazy.
You missed out.
Yeah, I did. I think I missed that part.
but kind of going to our show notes with partying goth night.
Dude, yeah.
We gonna do it?
I think we should. I mean,
I'd
I
be
was,
interested to check it out.
I was like, if I was anticipating no one would want to do it, and I'd be like, fuck it, I'm going to do it by myself.
Yeah.
And then like my wife's like, what are you doing Wednesday night? I'm like, sneaking out, going to goth night. I don't
Is
know.
it every Wednesday night or just this?
I don't know. Like every time I looked at their show list, it seemed like it was like weekly.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not like into like we talked, like the industrial music thing doesn't really do it for me. And have you been to the Colonial place?
No, I've driven by it.
It's like the size of your living room, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm sure it's gonna be like really packed and like
jam packed.
yeah. So
Probably wear like a cool mask though. You know, like if you didn't want to like catch COVID, you could wear like a actual gas mask.
yeah, you probably could. Like,
Jinko pants.
you could dress like the Crow Fox.
I think I was just gonna say. I think I still got some hot topic shirts in my
yeah.
Mr. Rogers pervert.
Oh yeah, that one.
Or those like mesh tank tops.
We'll all get mesh tank tops. We'll all wear different styles of the crow face paint. Leather pants.
We end up looking like Kiss.
But but we gotta get the big like moon stomper boots.
Yeah, those things are nuts.
So
Play some Du Haas. Haas.
Yeah.
Du Haas.
No, I've only like I'm not even into like goth music that like I don't even know what it is. really.
you praised it last episode, dude.
No, I like Nine Inch Nails but
And
like,
The Cure.
The Cure. Yeah, but is that goth? Is it just,
I would say
Yeah.
that's like precursor to
I
goth.
don't know. Like on South Park when they're like dancing and they like have like kind of imitation music.
Yeah.
Like what's that supposed to imitate? Like Joy Division? Like
Radiohead.
that's goth?
Really?
I feel like goth people listen to Radiohead. Chris Criffle
I
did.
feel like this is like a
R.I.P.
perfect opportunity to go.
Yeah.
And be like,
So
we don't know
we're
enough.
like
Man on the
We're just
street.
stereotyping people. Like,
Taking
Man on
notes.
the street. Hey. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'd be down to do it, but I could see it I can almost picture it in my head, like a handful of people, us, super loud music. Yeah, that's kind of like a smoke machine.
I was gonna say and chain smoking.
Chain smoking,
Out
cloves,
front.
yeah.
cloves.
That's like, cloves for sure.
yeah, I guess.
I haven't
That's
had a
like
clove in
every
so long.
place though. Like everything is loud music
BB.
and like people.
Dude, I got shit last weekend. We met up at our friend Ryan Revis's house, and he had his TV playing. His like music was playing on TV. I was like, "Why is it so loud?" And everyone's like, "What do you mean it's loud?" And I was like, "It's really loud."
yeah.
Like everyone was
40, man.
talking. Yeah. And I was like, had to find the remote and turn it down, and I had to find like the right remote and just be like, God damn it. All right, cool.
Change
And
the
then
channel.
he came back and he's like, who turned the music down? I was like, dude, it's so fucking loud in here.
Well, like it's hard when you're like at a bar or something. And everyone's like, you're trying to talk to someone and like you can't hear a thing they're saying, and you just have to like fake like you're like, yep.
Yeah.
Like, I'm never like what like 10 times in a row. So
I'll do it twice.
So
and then
crazy,
just give
bro.
up.
So crazy.
Start texting.
Yeah. We went to a bar after this auction at our daughter's school, and it was like 2 weekends ago, and there was a stray dog in the bar. That was pretty
What's
cool.
up, dog?
Yeah, what's up, dog? And then this dude that was probably on mushrooms was telling me that he was a dog in his past life. I think I sent you guys the picture, right? Yeah, with the
Did you see
dreadlock.
the big
Did you
shit
happen
dog?
to see the dog and him in the same room?
Oh shit, dude. Yes, they were in the same room. Yeah, I did see him. But it's like, yeah, Guy Fieri and the dude from Smash Mouth. So,
Dude.
where the fuck is Drew at? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it was I don't know, whatever. I'm super out of it. I'm really tired. Like, I'm fucking wiped out. But well, we pretty much covered all the notes.
Yeah. Well, so I was watching. So Henry's going through a phase of volcanoes. Like he loves volcanoes.
Joe
And-
versus the volcano.
Yeah. Haven't shown him yet, but we'll get to it.
Yeah.
So I put on Fire of Love or Love of Fire, and it's a documentary on Disney Plus about two volcanoists that ended up dying. I haven't.
Oh shit.
Spoiler alert. Jesus,
yeah.
it's great,
It's
Fox.
in the description. Like as it was funny because as I was turning it on, I had no idea. Stuff's like, do you think this is appropriate? And I'm like, it's a documentary about volcanoes. She's like, they die. Like, oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Click. But yeah, it was crazy. Especially if you watch it in the like. I texted Josh right away. I was like, dude, this movie's like Wes Anderson, and like
Real Tenenbaums?
yeah, it was like, and they're super old. So I'm wondering if Wes Anderson was a fan of these people's documentaries and like kind of
Oh, really?
copied them.
Huh.
But they talk about the painting, the Scream.
Oh, that's where that came
Yeah.
from? Okay.
So
Elaborate.
what I just wanted to pose, what do you guys know about that painting?
It's this one.
Yeah.
That's all
The
wavy.
Macaulay Culkin one.
Oh yeah. I thought you said painting the screen. It's like that was a
Yeah,
documentary
screen
technique.
painting, bro. It's on making t-shirts.
They didn't actually go to volcanoes. They just painted them on the screen.
I don't know anything about it other than what it is. I'm guessing it's probably by a famous painter that I've heard of, but didn't know that they did it. It looks like it's on a boat.
Isn't it Munch or something?
Yeah, Edward Munch. So yeah, I don't know anything about it either, but I know it's like you see it, everyone sees it, it's made fun of, it's like in pop culture, and I just started thinking about like that and other paintings, like what is the reasoning behind this painting? And the whole reason I caught that is because they briefly mention it in this documentary that it was inspired by a volcano that went off in 1889, I think, that turned like, and it was 1,000 miles away, that turned skies red and like blood red everywhere over the planet. And this was one of the works of arts. There was also stories told about this. And I just thought that was kind of cool and never really thought about it. And I dove a little deeper, and according to Wikipedia, it also could have been about his sister being insane asylum.
Oh, really? Like that's
screaming.
like her?
Yeah, or like a metamorphosis of her.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
I remember like there was that. Remember like that David Petraeus, like the general for the U.S. Army.
Yes.
And he was like cheating on his wife in Afghanistan or something like that. And then like I remember like hearing that story was like released or found out because there was like a volcano in Norway or something where like all this like volcanic ash was like diverting planes. And so the journalist had to like stay and like interview him. And then that was revealed because of that.
That's
just
crazy.
thinking of like weird volcanic activity influencing like other stuff.
Butterfly effect, but
Yeah, I guess
molten
volcanoes.
lava.
Mandela effect. That's what you're
I
thinking.
saw a volcano movie on Netflix that was like these tourists go to this island from a cruise ship, and then like the thing fucking goes off, and everyone's like gotta take off, and like so like the pyroclastic flow or like the smoke that shoots off like just burned the shit out of everybody that was like still there. So there's like people that were on their honeymoon were like talking about it, and they're like
Crazy.
Was it a documentary or a
yeah,
movie?
it was a documentary, man. And it starts off like super innocent. You're like, oh, this is fine. You know,
Yeah.
some volcanic people, some people get hurt, or whatever. But
Yeah. Volcanoes go off all the time.
Right, it's super intense. I was like, holy fuck! Like, I don't ever want to go to a volcano. Like, I know it's kind of hard to avoid in certain circumstances,
Yeah.
but like,
In certain circumstances, it's hard to avoid.
I swam in one.
like, I mean, like, because technically, can't like a volcano happen? Like,
Yeah,
it can
well, I
happen.
mean,
Like.
But I think they're like tracked well enough. Like active
Right.
ones.
I'm not worried I'm gonna like be late for work and then like stuck in volcano traffic or something. Like
yeah,
This just came in that volcano erupted on 58 and Pine.
volcano traffic.
there was like a volcano like in the 60s in like Mexico that like evolved overnight.
Well, St. Helen,
That was like in the
caught
late
people
80s.
off guard a little
Yeah,
too.
yeah, exactly. That one's messed up.
Well, that one in Hawaii, that was like
Oh, yeah.
a few months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything about volcanoes. I know I made one like in with the oil
baking
and
soda.
Yeah, I almost said oil and vinegar, but baking soda and vinegar. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I did see that. I think like footage of lava is like really cool and super interesting and all that
Yeah,
shit. but-
I'd love to fuck around with hot lava. You know, like just because it seems like it goes slow enough at certain times. You can like throw shit in front of it.
you could, but you have
step
to
out of
wear
way.
the suit. You got to wear like a.
Yeah, it's like they have like crazy hot suits they wear.
No, I'm talking like a trickle, like a
Trickle,
stream
a trickle.
going down. You know, like when it like eats the car up or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like standing in front of that and running away.
So when I stopped watching the documentary, it's like halfway through, he's on the verge of trying to make a boat that they can take down
A lava
river.
resistant boat
a lava resistant boat.
sounds.
And prior to that, he went out into a acid lake
Oh,
in like a rubber raft, and like he was taking samples, and like his sample machine was eaten up by the acid, and he was stuck out there
Jesus.
for 3 hours because of the wind.
god damn!
And his wife was like obviously furious, but it was
Yeah.
just like, what? These guys are crazy.
She wasn't in the boat.
She wasn't in the boat with
She
him.
wasn't having it. She saw Titanic. She knows what's up.
She did find the man in the boat though.
Oh, wait, what? The man on the boat? Dude, I'm too tired. I don't know how you're functioning after like spaghetti factory. You have a gut full of fucking carbs.
Carb loading for nothing, man.
Carbo loading. Yeah, I'll check it out because I remember seeing it, and I want to.
It's got great imagery.
I imagine.
And then yeah, put it on put your like in the sense of watching a Wes Anderson movie, and it makes it hilarious.
What movies did he do?
Oh, it's some of the greatest.
Royal Tenenbaums.
Yeah,
saw
Royal
it.
Tenenbaums, Aquatica, Life Aquatica.
I think I started it.
Darjeeling Limited.
I wasn't a big fan of that one.
Never saw it.
Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Yeah, claymation or stop
Oh
motion.
yeah, I think I saw that one. I didn't, I know I didn't see it.
Moonrise Kingdom,
Yeah.
the Boy Scout one.
Island of the Dogs.
Yeah, another stop motion.
Stop motion.
Never
The
seen
French Connection.
I
Or
don't.
no,
I've,
not
Bottle Rocket.
the French.
I saw Bottle Rocket.
Rockets,
Bottle
yeah,
Rocket's
actually
good.
really
That movie's
good.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
It's like his first.
Rushmore.
Rushmore's great with the Vietnam play that he puts on.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
he's got like the model helicopter flying.
Yeah, I'll have to check him out. I've only seen Bottle Rocket.
It's cool. I like him. A good filmmaker. I mean, it's you know like seems like hipster shit or whatever, but like
Yeah, he was probably kind of like the first, not the first hipster, but like probably of our generation.
yeah, but like he's like funny too.
Yeah.
He's like it's not just like cool to show off. It's like there's like some really funny moments in a lot of his
Life
films.
Aquatica is my favorite of his.
That's the Bill Murray
is-
one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
at his finest.
he's in like all of his movies
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah.
Royal Tenenbaums is my favorite. I think that's a good one to start with.
Gene Gene Hackman's amazing. In
Yeah.
it.
Did you know Gene Hackman's like 93?
Yeah.
I saw a picture of him recently. It looks pretty rough.
I remember when he retired from acting, and I remember thinking like, good for him. Like he's not just gonna like fucking milk us till he dies. You know, like he's like, I'm quitting, quitting when I'm on top.
Like, I got my pension. I'm gonna buy an RV.
I could get canceled for so much.
Yeah.
I'm getting out of here quick.
Oh man. Yeah, I saw a picture of him recently. I thought he had died, but then I was like, oh, it's Gene Wild. Wild. No, Gene Hackman.
Gene Wilder's dead.
Gene Hackman is 93. Yeah. That's who it was.
Did you say Gene Wilder?
No,
probably.
He's been saying Gene Hackman the whole time.
Hackman, Old Man, Rickman. We got to come up with another game.
Right.
Oh, I have one in the works.
Okay. Nice. All right. So
I'll give you a little hint. It's I meant it's so you can start studying if you want. Warren G. Harding.
Okay.
Or Warren G.
Oh man. Okay.
Or Warren.
Okay.
Or Old Man.
Oh, okay. I'm in.
I'll throw Old Man in.
I'm in.
Nice.
I'm in.
Yeah.
So we got the game. We got the cooking
I
episode.
think I still have the old man cut out over here. So
You got the
the old Ben.
old man. So, yeah, I thought Drew would be here, maybe helping out a little bit, but no.
Sleep.
Probably he did fall asleep. Oh yeah, my weather conspiracies. We can get into that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. These are not like fleshed out ideas. They're just thoughts, and it drives my wife crazy when I say this shit. But like, I think like the government has flat out said that they can control the weather, right? Like with cloud seeding and stuff like that, they can kind of like put different types of moistures and chemicals in the air, and it creates condensation inside the clouds and stuff like that. Do you think that the government has given California these crazy storms to prevent forest fires like we've had in the last like 5 years?
No.
No?
Not at all. No.
No?
Yeah. No, I mean, case in point, like remember when Trump was president and there was like that hurricane coming in?
Uh-huh.
And he was like, "Can we like blow it up with a nuclear bomb?" So like that's like that dude's like shows his hand all the time.
Yeah.
You know, not to say too much about his presidency, but like if there was a way to like, he almost nuked a fucking hurricane, and so like if he could have like flipped a switch, I think he would have done that.
But don't
Which
you think
would have
like,
been an amazing Netflix movie.
well, he also said like to inject Clorox too, but like I'm sure there's stuff that they didn't tell him specifically. Like, don't. No. But I don't know. That's just my thought.
I think it's just like weather's like super extreme, and it's like I remember like reading this article from like Thomas Friedman, the dude from New York Times or whatever, and he was like they shouldn't call it global warming, they should call it global weirding. Ooh. This was like this is like 15 years ago or something. He's like, the point is like it's not gonna like be like anything predictable, and I'm like and maybe like my experience is a confirmation bias at this point where it's like hella storms this week, you know, like that dude's right, you know, but I don't know. Like I kind of feel like the weather does seem like hotter. It seems stormier.
Well,
more violent in both directions.
I think, and on top of that, in Sacramento, anyways, like I listen to the Dollop now and then, and they did an episode on Fort Sutter, and
in Sacramento,
in Sacramento, and like all the flooding, and like there's the 100-year flood.
I got yelled at there as a kid.
Does not surprise me.
I didn't do anything.
Tried to take the little corn husk doll. Huh?
You're not churning fast enough.
I didn't
turn that butter.
I didn't do anything. Anyway, go on. The 100-year flood.
Yeah, and he was just like, hey, at the time they recorded this, they're like, we're approaching that point where it's the 100-year flood again. Well, and I think we have better infrastructure than they did 100 years ago.
That's that's what like insurance bases their information off of too, like 100-year storm or some.
We have to have flood insurance at our house.
Yeah,
and like those we have a slough that runs behind it. It never got higher than like my waist probably at some point. And it's like, well, why do we need to have? We just had like 15 feet of rain, and this thing didn't raise at all, but we still have to have flood insurance because in the 60s it did flood at our house because there's in like the foundation, you can see the watermark or something.
Well, even in the 90s, I don't know if you remember, like, I don't remember 80s. Where it was, but
it was Lodi flooded.
But I remember seeing footage of Sacramento area, like, like homes being flooded. I think it was on Parrott's Ferry. which is more of the Delta.
Oh, damn, 5-0, bro.
Yeah.
They're after us. They've been listening. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. That's kind of my thing. I was like, it's a little bit too convenient that we like keep having all these fires, and now we have like crazy rainstorms, and we're gonna have more than enough water now, and like the grounds are gonna be.
My claim against that is that they don't have the infrastructure to store all this water.
No,
I think if they were going to do that, they would
that.
build that first.
I just read that like Gavin Newsom signed this legislation where to like reapply like the floodwater to like the groundwater, whereas like before it was never able to.
Oh, like so where you can water more than like one day a week or whatever.
Yeah, or like rather like instead of damming it up, like re-injecting it into the ground or something like, which before wasn't allowed.
Giant syringe.
Yeah, something like that.
I think personally, the more we get into this, and a little bit more I have, but with the extreme heat, the crops California wasn't producing. So now, even if it does produce, and even if it is super hot, we now, our drought level is not what it was. It's higher, so they can irrigate differently.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Well, you know, like that was the whole issue with like the Delta tunnels, right? Where, like we got to send all this like, you know, like the Delta essentially down to like San Bernardino or something, or like places like that you used to drive on 5 and were like totally dry, and now it's like, oh, we're growing almonds there, and it's like the most water intensive crop, or like we're gonna grow alfalfa and then ship it overseas to like Saudi Arabia for racehorses or something.
No, for heroin.
But it's like the thing I think gets me about the drought politics is it's like, oh, it's like your fault because your fucking lawn, and it's like, no, dude, that's like a drop in the bucket, like compared to like agriculture water that. You know, they could tighten their ship a little bit if they wanted to. Not to diss agriculture in California. It's like a huge
it's like the leading industry in California.
But like, you know, like, hey, maybe like drip irrigation like they do in Israel where it's a desert. And they, you know, like, I don't know. Like, I think instead of like building 2 tunnels and then being like, no, instead of 2 tunnels, it'll be 1 big tunnel or whatever the fuck they're doing. Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. Every once in a while, I just kind of think weird thoughts like that, but I would not be surprised, man. Like if it was like the government or whoever has generated these storms somehow, because I was reading on Wikipedia, so take that for what it's worth. But they can put different like kind of chemicals up into the air, up into the clouds to create moisture, and then if the winds blow them over.
Yeah,
I'm sure I sound like a complete maniac right
I mean,
now,
I'm not gonna say you're a maniac because you know, like sooner or later something crazier will be revealed. But like, I just think about like the idea of like, how do you keep a secret like that monumental where it's like just fucking solve all our problems with the weather, you know, like make trees grow 3 times faster. That would be amazing.
That's pretty. That would be cool. Yeah, a lot more shade.
Right, dude. If you could make a park overnight, holy shit, we'd have fewer problems.
Or cap a tree to where it can only grow so high. And you wouldn't have like 100-foot redwoods falling on everyone's houses.
Yeah, or you just grow a tree house, and that's your new house.
Oh, there we go.
So foundation
trademark
problem solved right there.
Dude, I saw a tree house the other day and it was pretty sick. Like that was something I always wanted as a kid.
Yeah.
We never had the right trees.
I had a friend, you know, Greg from middle school, or he had a tree house, and that thing was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
It had like a rope ladder that you had to climb up, and this thing was like 20 feet in the air. Like you were way up the tree. Yeah, it was so cool.
Yeah, there's our house, like there's a park nearby, and there's a house that backs up to the park, and the kid that lives there is probably like 21 or 22 now, but it was probably his treehouse growing up, and it looks like a Berenstain Bears treehouse.
So cool.
So
or Bart treehouse.
Did Bart Simpson have a treehouse?
Oh yeah. Treehouse of Terror.
Oh, Treehouse of Horrors. Yeah, that's right.
Treehouse of Horrors or whatever.
That's right.
Anyway, going back to the weather thing, I added some notes on there because, like,
I saw that.
My issue is like the weather is so like it's always like the atmospheric river or like the arc storm. It's always like you're gonna fucking die because of what's coming tomorrow.
I believe that's probably from the Bible, though.
Arc storm?
Well,
no,
not
from
Arc,
Mountain Dew,
but like
being afraid of the weather.
Revelations and like the what is it? The locusts and frogs were like, I don't know, man.
I don't know. I just think it's like the
I didn't
language.
eat a lot. I'm tired. I had too much coffee earlier.
The language around it is like absurd. Where it's like
Yeah.
I have heard atmospheric river so many times this week where I'm like, I don't even.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid anymore. Or like I got a kayak in the garage. Like that's the least. That's all I can do.
Yeah.
There's been some weather like meteorologists that actually have been against the naming because they're like, yeah, these are terrible storms that are coming, and we're giving them these comical names that are
Yeah, like Hurricane Katrina. Yeah. Like everything you meet somebody, like, I don't know. Yeah. That was like,
and he's like, people aren't taking them serious because it's like, oh, it's a cyclone bomb.
dude, they're memes.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw one. It was the one of Samuel L. Jackson from Pulp Fiction. It was like, say atmospheric river one more time, motherfucker. I dare you.
Right. Yeah.
What?
No, but yeah, like exactly. It's something where it's like I'm like they're like like category 5 nuclear bomb is dropped on
Yeah.
your house tomorrow, and I'll be like, nah, dude, there
Yeah.
was 3 of those last week.
Sure it is. Sure it is. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's the sensationalism of everything. But this is on the notes, but we did talk about writing a cease and desist letter.
Oh, yeah. So my kids watch all these YouTube shows, right? Like, and it's like literally like families in like Utah or like some state where you could get like a giant house.
Oh yeah.
And there's nothing to fucking do but
No.
make videos with your kids in
If he
your
knows-
giant empty house.
Yeah, they're all empty. I think they rent them out.
Okay.
I'm so yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I think that because there was one, it was this Russian one, and they were overdubbed in like baby talk English. It was terrible. It was so fucking annoying. But then after a while, I was like, why is this house empty?
Right.
Oh, they're probably just fucking renting it on this lake in Florida.
That's a good point, man.
And just and it'll have like really weird decorations in it. It'll have like, oh, we just ran to Toys R Us or wherever and bought like
Yeah,
a
dollar
giant,
store.
Yeah, or like a giant like Fisher Price castle or something like that. They're decorated super. I think they're just these empty houses that they rent for the show.
Yeah, it's a good point. Anyways, like my kid watches tons of these, and like there was like this dude like his like doing a blatant ripoff of like Buddy the Elf, Will Ferrell's thing, and I was like, dude, like
This is annoying.
this is annoying. Like I should write like someone should like Universal or whatever should write a cease and desist letter. And I'm like, fuck it, I should just write one myself and be like on behalf of Universal, like stop doing this. Like
Yeah,
Like, just slightly spell it wrong.
Right.
Just, Universal.
I, Josh, represent as the representative of Universal Films. Yeah, I bet if you had like a good one and you sent to somebody that didn't, I'm like, if I got one, I'd be like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
you ever get those like mortgage letters that are like you owe us like $10,000 and you open it and you're like, this is, you get freaked out and then you read the thing and it's like it's an advertisement.
yeah.
The
Dude that, shout out to Drew Absher, I bought the board off him. They had him and his another friend of his, and I guess mine, Parker, they had a podcast called Fill My Heart, and it was Dr. Phil, where they would like Mystery Science Theater Dr. Phil episodes and then talk about him, and they would get cease and desist from him all the time.
Man.
Yeah. So
you guys have some deep-seated issues.
Wait, we didn't do the phone calls.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe
shit.
we should talk about these phone calls.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab a beer before we do that.
All right. Yeah, it was a fucking great podcast. It was
That's
awesome.
a great idea.
I wanted to do one with cops, but then it was like too Jesus Christ. This is why we need a
too
producer. This is
Dude Studio.
Dude Studio. So I think we're a go for the food episode. We just got to plan it. Like I said, we got to plan it out. We got to find a place, and then
Do some story boxes.
storyboard it. Storyboard it. Why don't you just get like a mini fridge in here, man?
Amongst all the other shit we need.
We got space for it. I think you're pretty good there. But yeah, I was just telling Fox, I think we're good to go for the cooking episode. We just gotta pick a date and a place to do it at.
Well, Drew's not here to vote against his place.
That's true. He's not.
Their kitchen's pretty big. And
Pretty
nice.
big. It just has to be a place where like there's like kids aren't going to be around, and we can like really cut loose.
Yeah.
I feel like it should be a.
Maybe we should rent one of those houses in Florida.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Road trip.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, you want to fire those up and see what we got here? So the anonymous
Hotline. Or is it a cold line?
totally just saw your password. Are you connected to the
Santa
board?
Fe 69.
It's Bluetooth. I think you are because you called Drew.
Yeah.
Okay.
We heard it.
Yeah.
All right.
Hold on.
I need to turn. Did I knock that thing? You're not in there. It's all.
Hi. I'm a government agent, and I just put a lot of chemicals in the air.
Yeah, I told you. See, it's a government agent calling in to confess. Everyone at dinner on Saturday night thought apparently nobody I told everybody about it at dinner, and they're like, "Oh, it's a great idea." I'm like, I've posted it on social media like 15 times. So,
Dude, you gotta post that idea, but just sell it to people that would buy it.
yeah,
You know,
we're just getting more
buy a
posters.
challenge coin to survive the government weather changing, or sell some bullshit.
Get your
to people.
umbrella.
Right? Yeah. All right. You guys ready for this?
Yes.
All right.
All right.
So it's 100% honest. It doesn't even tell you where the number's from, is it?
No.
Oh, remind me to bring up if I stink or not.
I got a good secret, and I hope there's enough time on this voicemail for me to leave it. All right, so I've been going into the office at work again. Got used to working remotely at home, but sometimes I need to focus, so I go into the office to get some stuff done.
Fair enough.
So I've been going back to the office 1 or 2 days a week for the last month.
Taking paper
And
clips.
every time I go to the office, I can't poop. I'm pretty regular. I poop every morning. But in the office, my body refuses to even let me know I need to poop. It just doesn't happen. I just
I'm
can't
the
do
other
it.
way around.
And then the next 2 days, I'm just constipated and feel off. And is it worth it? I'm getting a lot of work done, but my body is I'm quite literally full of shit. So I've been telling my friends and my family, I can't poop when I'm in the office. I don't know what to do. So this week, oh my gosh,
She top
this
shelf.
week I go into the office on Tuesday and I have to poop. And I'm I'm going to do it. I got this. I'm going to do it. So I amp myself up and I walk to the bathroom and I poop. And it's a public bathroom, so it's a little scary. There's 3 stalls in there. But I do it. I'm feeling really proud of myself. I text my sister. I text my best friend. I text everyone that I finally did it. I pooped at the office. I'm feeling really accomplished. So then 2 more hours pass, and I'm I got to poop again. Oh, God, I got to do this again.
I don't like how she says
So then I walk my way to the
Midwest.
bathroom. I'm amping myself up. You can do it. You can do it. You did this earlier. You can do it now. You got this. And so I go to the bathroom. Again, there's 3 stalls in the women's bathroom. I sit myself down in the 3rd stall. I go to the bathroom, feeling pretty proud of myself. I go to flush. I clog the toilet. I should have known better. These toilets clog super easily. They clogged when I just peed before. I should have figured this was going to happen. So I peer out the stall, hoping no one walks in, and I have to figure out where the plunger is. And the plunger's in the 1st stall. So I run to the 1st stall, again, hoping no one walks in, run back to the 3rd stall, plunge the toilet, get it cleared, tap the plunger, on the edge, shake the water off, tap it on the edge of the toilet bowl. Again, hoping no one walks in. I run to the 1st stall to put the plunger back in its little holster. As I'm running back to the 1st stall, I hear the strangest plopping and splatter sound, and I look down, and the plunger had sucked up all of my shit and dropped my shit in the middle.
Oh, man.
I don't know who that chick was, but
there's another message where it picks up, but do we want to talk about it before we listen to it?
Yeah, let's digest this.
No pun intended, huh? Right?
Let's plunge deep into this topic.
Oh, yeah.
Been there, done that.
Oh, yeah.
I clog toilets all the time.
Yeah, I love shitting. It's my favorite thing to do. But it does suck when you plug a toilet at work, even if it's like a 1-1 and it's just you because you're like, fuck. Now I'm going to be in here like an extra chunk of time.
Yeah. I hate when you like flush it and it doesn't go down. You got to wait for it to fill back up.
Oh, yeah,
like, Come on.
Yeah, you're still sweating. But yeah, man, thanks for calling in. But what was I going to say?
I went on the subject of shits and toilets, and I don't know if this was in our texts or a show that I missed, but public shitting at bars and concert venues. Yeah, I know. Like Drew was talking about, he doesn't like doing it, and then got called out at a bar too.
Dude, you shit at that bar in San Luis that didn't have doors on the stall. Like there wasn't even a door in the bathroom, and you were just shitting.
If you gotta go,
I'm a proud pooper.
I remember like at Gilman Street, like going to the bathroom there, like the toilet's like full of paint.
Yeah, you're like, I can wait. This can wait. The worst is like when you're fucked up at a bar and you gotta take a shit. That's the worst because then you're just like, like all over the place. But honestly, like if I had plugged up a toilet,
I'd walk away.
Yeah, there's part
especially
of
your work toilet.
Yeah, because you just be like, "Fuck, dude!" Like somebody.
Actually, I do the old trick where you come out, and if you see someone come in, you turn around, go in, and like, oh my god,
fucking animals! Am I right?
Someone pissed on the seat in there.
Diane, come here, check this out.
Well, like
they jerked off on the counter.
They said they like hardly go into the office, so like maybe it's like one of those like workplace things. They don't want to like.
Yeah.
Like, like no one knows you that well. Like they're like, I only talk to you on the computer.
Yeah.
And now you're a dirty shitter.
Now you're here and you're fucking everything up for everyone.
We all poop.
Yeah, I didn't like how she was saying poop.
It's like, I don't know. Can we listen to the next one?
Yeah, man.
The next.
That was a great opener.
Is it the same number?
I think it says picked up where we left off.
Oh. Diatribe.
Pick up where we left off.
Oh.
I'm trying to put the plunger back in the first stall, but the plunger had sucked up my shit and dropped it in the middle of the floor of a public restroom.
Just walk out.
I am now fucking sweating. I wish I could have seen the look on my face. I've never seen this happen before in my life. I didn't know this was possible, and it's happening at work. On the day I had felt so accomplished for pooping 2 hours earlier, I was feeling like I had my shit together, and I flew too close to the sun. So I looked down at my shit on the floor.
That went to the well one too many times.
Grab paper towels, get on my knees, and start cleaning my own shit off the floor. Again, hoping no one walks in. What if someone walked in? So I'm cleaning my poop off the floor. I'm like throwing my poop in the trash can. The bathroom smells like shit.
Yeah, why don't you just put in the toilet?
Throwing poop into the trash can, and there's poop on the floor. I get it all cleaned up. I scan the area. I'm like checking everything again, hoping no one walks in and comes in. And I'm just like sweating and panicked in the middle of the bathroom, and it smells like shit. I grab all the poopery spray bottles from all the stalls. I spray the whole bathroom down with poopery again, hoping no one walks in. And then I literally wash all the way up to my elbows, like scrub them in the sink like I just did surgery. Again, hoping no one walks in and sees me like, what the fuck are you doing? And I got away with it. No one caught me.
Somebody had to have seen it.
I cannot believe no one came in during that entire scenario. But I'm so thankful for it, because I don't think I'd go back to work. If someone walked in and I was standing in the middle of the bathroom with my poop plopped in the middle, what do you do?
You would just quit. You just quit your job.
Go back to work. You go find a new job.
Yeah.
So yeah, I sat down at my desk. I probably shook for like 2 hours. It truly felt like I killed someone and cleaned up a crime scene. And then finally, I calmed down. Later in the day, I had to pee. I went back to the bathroom, just seen the crime, and I peed. And I was like, okay, you can't tell anything happened in here. I'm good. Yeah, that's my secret is I pooped on the floor at work.
Wow, that's going to be hard to follow.
That's hilarious, though. It's pretty funny.
I love, like, they're like, like pooping is already traumatic
Yeah.
for this person. Right?
Yeah.
They're like, I can go all day. I need to go.
Yeah.
And then they go and like they
triumphant.
shit all over the place. It's like, I gotta like, it's like extra, like you'll never poop at work again.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder if like she went more than normal because of like stress or something like that.
Yeah.
And then, or maybe like because people aren't there, the pipes aren't used to like taking all that.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. But, well, that was, I didn't know what to expect, honestly. Especially when she started talking, I kind of was like, she sounds creepy. Like, I don't know. But yeah, I honestly, like, as soon as it fell on the floor, I would have just been like, all right, I'm out. And then probably put like an out of order sign on the door or something. Or like told somebody like, hey, dude, somebody fucked up the bathroom. I just went in the bathroom. Somebody fucked
I do the
up.
second flush try, and then yeah.
It'll eventually go down. They don't stay clogged forever.
Or the one where it's like filling up and you leave
Yeah.
before you can actually like see that. It's like, I didn't know about it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
That is the dangerous time where you're like, is it gonna stop?
Like, how high does this thing go?
It's going. It's still going.
Or like when you're in that situation and you know somebody's outside.
Oh, or there's feet. You see the feet next to you.
Oh yeah.
You're like, oh, you might want to move your feet.
Was there another one, or it was just those two? It was just her.
There was two. There was the one and
then follow up.
The follow up. Yeah.
Was there a number?
No, it's anonymous.
Oh, huh. Oh, okay,
So
makes sense.
just for that, we'll send them the Blockbuster gift card.
Oh yeah.
You know,
the
for calling in.
Blockbuster gift card. Yeah, man, that was a good first one.
Right? That was a good story.
Yeah, pooping and then clogging the toilet, being terrified to shit in public, pooping, being super pumped, going again, and then getting it all over the place. Well, I mean, hope she learned her lesson.
What's the lesson?
I don't know. She flew too close to the sun, like she said.
That's what I love. Like what I also love about. I'm glad you brought that up because
She went to the well one too many times.
in that story of like Icarus or whatever, like they make like wings of like wax and feathers. It's like I imagine like poop wings, poop,
Toilet paper and poop.
Right? Fine.
Hardening.
It's starting to stink. Yeah, dude, that's like picking shit up. I don't even know of a situation where it would be like I would do that. I mean, I would.
Well, I would if I went that far to get the plunger and to plunge and try, and then I took the plunger back and poop fell out of the plunger, I would pick it up. But
yeah, I would pick it up,
but I wouldn't make it that far. I would not get the plunger.
I would just leave it there. Like, okay, here's my toilet. I'm plunging it, and then I just boom, I'm done. I wouldn't risk going.
I'll see.
Did she pull her pants up? Do you think she pulled her pants up, or she?
Like, they're like between her ankles and like waddling out. I would have placed the plunger over the poop, and then when someone replaces the plunger, you're like, what?
What did you do?
What did you do?
Right.
Oh man, yeah.
I mean, note: do not lift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought she was gonna say she slipped and like fell and hit her head and like
Into the poop.
yeah. Or I don't know, man.
I thought it was going the route of her stealing office supplies. To be honest,
or something sexual. That's where I automatically went.
well,
She was masturbating at work or something. Some people take smoke breaks. She takes stroke breaks.
going on my 15.
You gotta rub one out.
Well, shit, man. That was I don't know how to really follow up with that. That was a good one.
Yeah. Well, it's a challenge to the rest of our viewers and
Yeah.
listeners to call in with their own.
I'm glad that we waited till we were all together there. Well, most of us were here.
Yeah. Well, Drew will catch us through.
So, Drew. The anonymous numbers on our Instagram. It's on our outro, and then we'll repost it again. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. I don't really know where to go from there. I mean, I got to take a shit now.
Yeah.
But so, I don't know. Does anybody have anything else to add to that? Well, we covered the twins party. We got first hotline caller, partying with ex-girlfriend, goth night, winter conspiracies, the painting.
Perfect movies.
Oh, the rated R, man.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Oh, yeah. Perfect movies.
We could say perfect movies.
Yeah.
We should also say driving with you, Fox.
That's an episode all in itself.
Yeah, that is.
Each of you, I think Steve is the only one that doesn't have a crash story.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I've been in a crash with you.
Except, actually, no, Steve does have a crash story because it was his head into the windshield. But we'll save that for another day.
Oh, shit, that's right. Well, and that was the mirror, the side mirror that flew through and could have just killed me. That was
no. It's just like you hear like these like glimpses of things where you're like, no, I totally believe that could happen to you. Or like,
dude, it was terrifying.
No, it's like you can say like any random thing about a car and Fox. I don't believe it happened because I've been in so many crazy fucking situations with you too in the car.
I just remember like I don't want because I think we really honestly could do a whole episode on it, but the side mirror flew through the cab and like
that one,
it shattered his driver's side window and everyone's like, what the fuck just happened? It was like 20 minutes going by. We're like, how did that happen?
What happened?
And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, the mirror's gone.
What happened? That's like this should be the name of the episode. Yeah. What happened? Because that's like your driving history.
Oh man, yeah. I'm not gonna get We'll definitely do some research on that one. But so you had to sign a release for your kid to watch an R-rated movie in preschool.
He's like, I'm like trying to apply to preschool, and it's got to be like just a general like boilerplate form for like the whole school district. But like, it's like, do you consent to watch PG-13 movies? And I'm like, what? And then like the next question is like, do you consent to allow him to watch rated R movies? And I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, this is just like. We keep it on record till he's in high school, hopefully. Yeah. But it just like.
Did you check yes?
I was like, well, I don't care. I mean, like, because at that point it'd be like, well, you're like, why'd you show my fourth grader RoboCop? Or, like you could ask the question.
Yeah.
But like, I don't want him to miss out on like, what if it's like a really badass lesson?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like,
Die Hard's a Christmas movie. So did you click yes or no?
I did. I didn't opt out. So I was like, like it's not like I'm fully endorsing rated R movies.
Yeah, it's not like they're gonna watch
what rated R movie? Like what possibly? I mean, I think your bet, like Schindler's List, is.
Yeah, that was the one. Could you watch? That was kind of the one that I figured would be most like.
Yeah, or like a documentary on like the Holocaust or something. I can see that.
I don't even think documentaries are rated though. Like they're not.
I think The Killing Field is R.
Okay, but I mean, like at that point, you're like, it's like what are our fears about our kids seeing rated R movies? Like, mine would be like gratuitous violence that has no reason or like justification in anything, or like way graphic sex. Like your son's gonna watch hardcore fucking.
We got an account of Brazzers that we're gonna. But no, I remember like having to get permission slips signed for like. Learning about like World War II because they were going to talk about concentration camps and like you were going to watch a movie about it.
Right. Yeah.
But
we're doing an Eyes Wide Shut party at the end of the season, so we just need some source material
and a mask. And Eyes Wide Shut. Do you guys remember the first rated R movie you saw?
Yeah, RoboCop.
It was RoboCop.
RoboCop 2 in the theaters, and it was the most violent, glorious fucking thing I ever saw.
Really?
Because that's like a satire of like violence anyways. But like the kill count was like out of control. Like dudes like being blown apart with like machine guns.
It has Red in it from 70 Show.
Yeah, he's in the first one too, right?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the first one since I don't even know how, but yeah, I remember like being freaked out by how violent that one was.
The thing that's fucked up about that concept I was thinking about this week is like they're like, all right, dude, we saved you from death. Like, get back to fucking work.
Yeah.
Like it's not like go love your wife one more time, or like it's like go shoot some fucking drug dealers, buddy.
You're only as good as your last patrol. My mom took me to see Major League in the movie theater. Oh, that one was great, like, man. And then from then on, it was like, you can't tell me we can't cuss in this house.
Right, right.
But,
I think
That's some
my
bad
dad took
juju.
us to see RoboCop because he was like, "I'll take the kids out." You know, like you can have that.
Yeah.
Sort of, it was like one of those things like no one gave a shit back then. But
we were like really into Steven Seagal movies back in the day.
Yeah.
And
My brother was really into those.
yeah. We saw Under Siege in the movie theater, and there's like a full blown like stripper.
Yeah.
yeah, right.
And I remember my dad was like, "Must be pretty cold on that boat." I had no idea what he was like. I don't. It probably is. It's on the water.
Right.
So
What was the Steven Seagal movie where he like fights all the Jamaicans and like
Out for Justice?
yeah,
that's the first one.
That one's nuts.
The last guy, he like his martial art was Aikido, which is a super weird one. Where it's just like slapping and kind of like pushing people. And I remember he like hits the dude and he falls down an elevator shaft and he lands on the like the pin. Hard to Kill was the best one though.
Yeah.
Hard to Kill. That was one where he was in a coma and he comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one rules.
He was a police officer. And he was like a dirty cops, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vernon.
Man.
Yeah.
Those were those action movies growing up were amazing.
Yeah, they're the shit, dude. I think I watched Hard to Kill maybe like a year or two ago, and it was like, wow, this doesn't necessarily hold up. But
I on Deadly Ground is a pretty comical one.
is that the one where he's like an Eskimo? Or
Yeah, it's like an Earth Day movie.
dude, there's one I watched a review of it where he's a sniper and he's so fat that he's sitting down the whole movie, and they're in the
You don't
Middle
want
East
me to get
somewhere.
up.
Yeah. He's like sitting in a chair with like a sniper rifle the whole time. He's just like fat.
I don't even believe his voice is real. Like
His
it's
whole
all
like charisma
I'm
is
gonna
like
get
fake.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's crazy.
Yeah, he's
Like,
nuts, dude.
Doesn't he hang
He
out like
made-
Vladimir Putin or something?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's like
and then-
he's a citizen. He's like a Russian citizen or something.
and
like that.
he like made up his whole like his training and everything. And
No, he's a legit like black belt in Aikido.
yeah, but prior to to get into Hollywood, he like made up his whole
really?
story of like what he worked on and
Huh. Well, you gotta fake it till you make it.
Wouldn't that be cool to have like all the action stars fight each other?
I remember.
they kind of did with Expendables.
No, I mean like
in real
really
life?
fight each other.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah,
see
no,
who
yeah.
could like fight like
in their prime.
Van Damme versus Stegall or something.
I think
like,
Van Damme would kick most of action heroes' asses.
just because the splits alone,
Yeah.
like that splits on two.
Well,
chairs.
and he can kick. Like he knocked his like sparring partner's eye out with a kick.
Yeah.
That's pretty. I mean, that happens all the time, though.
Is that something that happens in your jujitsu?
No,
not
I did hurt
again.
my jaw. My jaw is like kind of fucked up right now. But I remember like when the Desert Storm broke out. That's when I was like, whatever grade that was, 4th, 5th grade, you're like amped on like all those dudes. You're like, just send them all over to.
Oh yeah.
Send them all over there, and it's like, oh, they're not real. They're like, yeah, but you've seen the Terminator, you've seen Rambo. Yeah, the Expendables, I guess, is kind of like the closest we ever got to that.
I've never seen it. Is it?
Yeah, the first one rules. It's
it's-
super good.
Is it like? It seems like a jack off to like all that kind
it
of.
totally is,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
It's insane, and they made like 4 of them or
Yeah,
some shit like
4,
that,
yeah.
right?
And they just
gotta
got
get
more.
on that,
They are to.
Isn't Mel Gibson in one of them now?
They eventually got all of them, but Seagal. No, he might be in even.
I don't,
one.
because I don't think anybody likes him.
Yeah, no one likes him.
Yeah.
But they still might have just got him to.
Be the bad guy.
Yeah,
Hell of a guitar player.
Seagal.
Yeah, he released like a blues album.
Really?
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what's actually an amazing action movies right now is the John Wicks.
Yeah,
I watched those when I had COVID, and I was like, "This thing's tight. Like, I don't have to pay too much attention.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to deep focus. Just watch some guys fight."
Yep.
Yeah, I got like halfway through the first one, and like I stopped it because I went to bed or whatever. But I was like kind of enjoying it, even though it was like, all right, I get it. Like this is all it's gonna be. But
Exactly. That's kind of what was nice about being sick. Watching it, it was like, this is all it's gonna be, and I can sleep for 10 minutes. And
Yeah,
wake
if I
up
fall
and-
asleep and wake up, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. Now he's in a car.
A couple of
fighting.
years ago, my mom's birthday, like we were at my brother's house and we turned on like Bloodsport.
Oh, nice.
Like it was like
Kumate, kumate,
Yeah, dude.
kumate.
it was like everyone was
kumate.
into it, and my mom's like, "What is this?" And we're like, "Happy birthday! It's Bloodsport." Like,
shut the fuck up. It's Bloodsport. Yeah, you can start do some splits.
Kumite. There's like the song, like Kumite, or whatever. Soundtrack like fits the movie plot.
Kumate.
What was the one? I think it was Karate Kid where they had those things.
Yeah, that was Karate Kid 2.
Yeah, I remember seeing that in the movie theater. So, all right. Well, I guess Drew's a no-show.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. Fuck him. And we talked about keeping these things to a reasonable limit.
We didn't
so.
have our clock set.
Oh yeah, you didn't have the doomsday clock,
Right.
Fox.
I forgot. It's all in the bag of stuff I was supposed to bring.
When's that Mastodon
Factory.
concert, Josh?
In a month, 420.
Okay.
You gotta make room for the new poster.
Dude, there are so many awesome concerts coming out, and I don't have the heart to like get the pre-sale, get in line and get your shit. Like that thing's ridiculous. Like I want to see, like I was supposed to look at Ween tickets today, and I was like, it's fucking ridiculous. I'm not gonna wait in line online.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, Ghost is playing in Concord in like August.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I kind of want to see it, but it's like I don't want to see a concert that's like hard to like get to, and then like, you gotta pay a bunch for tickets.
I'm more into. Oh, it's 20 minutes from my house, and there's
Yeah.
seats.
Yeah.
And like that Ghost show was awesome. It
That
was really long. But
I want to take my kids just to be like, this is a concert.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane.
it was an experience, dude. It
'Cause
ruled.
when we went, there was that kid behind us. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, you could have brought 3-year-olds.
And there was a couple making out to one of their slow songs.
Oh.
And
yeah.
the dude, we moved over like one whole seat because the dude next to me was like so drunk and he kept yelling "Hail Satan!"
Oh yeah.
I'm like we like just kept like edging away. By the end of the show, I looked at my seat number. I'm like, oh, I'm one over. Like, who's this guy?
Yeah, that was a cool show. I really
Yeah.
liked that one. It's everything's coming back this summer, man.
I think it's like
COVID's over.
the faucet has been opened and everyone's like, we got a tour.
Hot concert summer.
White boy summer, hot white boy summer, hot
Yeah.
girl summer. So, all right, well, let's wrap this motherfucker up, and then let's figure out a date for the cooking episode and a location for it, and then what was there? Driving Fox stories.
Yeah.
You're driving me
Yeah.
foxy.
It's like,
He
Driving
drives
crazy.
like crazy.
Like a fox.
Like a fox. Alrighty. Well, it was super fun as always. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. And praise Allah. Oh, huzzah. I said praise Allah. Sorry. Anyway.
that too. For Ramadan.
Well, I was hitting the leaf piles in Lodi with my truck.